J-Drone here. This is U807 and I've misplaced the battery. It would connect to that connector, which is not a common connector for all my quadcopters, and that'd be the end that would go into it. This is a more common battery that fits 90% of my toy quadcopters, and ideally that won't go in it. But I took a Dremel and shaved the sides of it, and bam, as you can see, goes in it. I have lights and I'm ready for flight. This is a higher mAh, so it would not fit in the battery compartment. Go ahead and get this binded, turn it on, wait for a couple of beeps, binds itself, lightly throttle up, let it sit for about 2 to 3 seconds, get that gyro stable, and this is your speed button or your advanced level button. Completely on the opposite side is your stunt button. You press the opposite side button from your speed button and a direction, front or back. You're going to do a front or back flip, and left or right. After you press that stunt button, you're going to do a left or right barrel roll. We're going to go ahead and take this for a flight. I have moderate wind. It's about 6 miles an hour. On and off. It's not a steady wind. So we're going to see how this flies. And I've had this out before, and I like the way it flies. I like that it does not have landing gear on it, and then it's kind of built into the body of it. That's less weight. All they did is they kind of arched the body a little bit. There's a flip for you. Extremely fast flips. Barrel rolls they're decently paced, but that flip was extremely fast. I'm just about smacked myself in the head doing a flip that close. Yeah, this is a really nice quadcopter. You're not going to break the bank on it. And look at the range, guys. It goes up there. I mean, I'm not taking it excessively high because I'm not out in the silts. I'm not out in the woods. I'm actually right in my backyard. And if it did lose range, I wouldn't want it hitting anybody's property or vehicles or somebody per se if they were walking by. And again, I've done reviews of this. This is kind of I lost my battery review, showing you how you can fly this if you did lose your battery and you have other quadcopters. 90% of my quadcopters have that connector that generally would not fit this. All you have to do is shave down the sides. If you shave down the sides, it'll plug right into this. Yaw rate is not that quick on it, but that's not that big of an issue. An extremely fast yaw rate, what that does and what I see that it does, it allows you to challenge yourself when you're flying. Like the Tarantula 1505, that has an extremely fast yaw rate, and if you decide to use the yaw rate and spin, you have to actually overcompensate your spins. So you lightly spin to the right, it's going to continue spinning after you stop, so you have to kind of adjust your flight to that. This, no adjustment needed. You fly it as is and it's going to fly the way you want it to. That blinking light on the back, that always blinks. I call that a beacon. It's nice during the daytime. It's a bright green light. You keep track of it. Also use it for orientation purposes. At nighttime, it's extremely bright and it's almost very annoying. I was kind of flying backwards at night, trying to avoid that flashing directly in my face because it is very, very bright. And actually, just thinking of it now, if you do prefer to fly at night and you prefer to fly with this at night and you think that beacon's as annoying as I do, a piece of electrical tape over it will block out the light. Just thought out now. I'll definitely take it out and show you that at some point. But again, this was I lost my battery video. Show you that you can fly this with your standard 3.7 connectors as opposed to the red connector that's found on this. It's found on the Sky Viper. It's found on the Nihui Mirage. And those are the only 3 that I have out of the many quadcopters that connect to this. And also kind of a flip video here. You can see me doing a lot of barrel rolls and a lot of flips, just showing you how well this flips in barrel rolls. And it does have some speed to it. Again, I really like this design. As you can see it when it's almost eye level. It's bowed and you have no landing gear. I generally take the landing gear off almost everything. I generally don't land stuff. I generally bring it back to me and catch it in my hand. That way it's safe. I have it. It's not hitting the ground. It's not hitting a rock. And it's not going to break if I catch it in my hand. There, you see that backflip, very quick. Barrel rolls, got decent pace to them, but those flips on this are very nice. Again, if you have this, you've misplaced the battery. You have the Striker, you have the Quadrone, you have one of the Space Explorers, you have a standard quadcopter with a standard connection. All you have to do is shave the sides a little, and it will still plug into those old quadcopters that the battery was originally from, but it'll also plug into this connection, which it shouldn't, and it'll allow you to fly. I know this battery is around my house somewhere. I will find it at some point, but till then I could fly all day because I have these batteries out the wazoo. It's a very nice flyer, guys. Do appreciate you watching. I'm J-Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. That's a good catch. And this is U807. Have a great day, guys.